countless number of individuals. Well, that's it from me. Up next, you have my colleague Griha to take you forward with the biggest stories of the day. So stay tuned.
As Prime Minister Narendra Modi undertakes a historic first-ever state visit to the United States, join me, Zakir Jacob, as I'll be live from both New York and Washington, D.C., detailing the defense deals, the address to the joint session of the U.S. Congress, and, of course, the pomp and ceremony of the state banquet. That is all through this week on CNN News 18.
Hello and welcome, and thank you so much for CNN News 18. I'm Griha Siddiqui, and thank you so much for being with us. What we're doing at the moment at the top of one is bringing you some breaking news, and this is to do with the Bengaluru demolition drive. In the light of the monsoon setting in the state of Karnataka, now the BBMP has resumed a demolition drive in Bengaluru. In fact, bulldozers of BBMP are sparing the big buildings. However, they are going after the small sheds and also the poor. DK Shivakumar, remember, had promised last week that all the encroachments will be removed. The court has stayed the people who can be vacated at the moment. That's also development that's coming in from the court. But the big question now arises is that if this Congress government is just going ahead with moving for optics as Bengaluru stares at another flood-like situation. We are bringing you these live visuals as the JZP continues to roar, but they aren't really going after the big buildings. These are small establishments, small huts that are resided by the poor, probably also small shops where the encroachment drive is currently working at. But what about the illegally constructed big buildings is also the big question. This question is going to be raised against the newly anointed Congress-led regime in the state of Karnataka as to whether this is only an exercise to go ahead and inconvenience the poor as opposed to people who have money and power. Let me actually bring in my colleague Ritu, who's got us some ground reports from this very place where the demolition drive is currently happening. Let's take a look at that report.
We are right now coming to you live from Mahadevpura zone from the Spice Garden layout, where you can see the bulldozer is using all the illegal structures that are there on the Raj Kalwe. So yes, these are the visuals that CNN News 18 is exclusively bringing to you, showing that the kind of work that the BBMP has now started on the anti-encroachment drive. Now remember last year that the BBMP started the drive, it was halted because many had brought the stay orders as well. So now what the BBMP is saying is that in this particular Mahadevpura zone, there are almost around 22 illegal structures that they will be demolishing. But however, there is a huge confusion right now on the ground because the huge drama is also being witnessed here. Many residents, many owners in fact of the buildings are all coming out and showing the stay order to the BBMP officials, saying that they have the stay order and BBMP thus cannot carry this drive. Now, what BBMP is saying is that they are going as per the Revenue Department's map, which clearly states the kind of encroachments that have happened on the Raj Kalways.
Again, my colleague Ritu is joining us live on the broadcast as well. Ritu, we just saw that ground report of yours. Now, the accusation against the newly appointed Congress regime in Karnataka is that they are going about this demolition drive. However, they are sparing the big buildings as if there's some sort of an arrangement between the government and these big players, and they are only going about demolishing the smaller establishments. How much of that really is true from your on-ground reports? What have you really seen on ground?
Yes, so we are on ground in the Mahadevpura zone and at Spice Garden layout, specifically where this anti-encroachment drive was carried out by the BBMP officials. But let me also try and bring you those visuals exactly to show that what is truth exactly here. So the BBMP officials reached the spot in the morning, as said around 11 a.m. that they were here to start their anti-encroachment drive. But what exactly happens is that the moment they reached one big building, which was half constructed as well. So that was the biggest concern for the BBMP officials, because they said that this building is particularly a big reason that why this flooding was happening in the zone, and they want to really demolish that whole building itself. So the moment that they were about to take on to the that particular structure building, which I'll also try and show you those visuals as well shortly now. So very moment itself that the building owners all come out in a huge number in front of the BBMP officials, trying to show them that stay orders, saying that we have the stay orders. You did not give us any sort of notice, and also did not show us any sort of the court orders as well from your side, and you're coming here with the bulldozers, which is completely incorrect, and they will not allow this to happen at all. So right after that, you see the BBMP officials tries and get in touch with their office colleagues, and then they come out to say us that it's the Tehsildar who has not given them that exact report of how many buildings in this particular zone. There are around 22 buildings. Let me tell you that there are 22 buildings that are marked in this particular zone, that they're all on the Raj Kalwe, and they should be raised down, is what the BBMP officials said. But as the moment that these officials come out with the reason saying that the Tehsildar did not update us about it at all, they did not knew that these 22 building owners have the stay orders in their hands, and thus we are halting this work at this particular time with these specifically with the stay order buildings, and we will go on to take on the other structures, is what they said. So as in the visuals that you can see, the sheds, the huts, and as usual, the roads were the reason that we can really see that the BBMP officials went on to demolish. So that in the structure you can see this, what exactly is here. That's the ground reality now. But also let me try and request my VJ Riaz to show you those visuals as well. So if you see here, 180-degree angle that the VJ is showing you this view, it's all PG. It's all the PG, PGs over here, and most of them are all students. Most of them work here. They're all from the IT companies. So they are all worried, saying that the BBMP has once again done an uncompleted work, and they have left the location. But it's them now who will have to struggle, because there will be obviously a traffic jam over here. Now when there is going to be a rain, again they will find it difficult to move out from this particular road as well. So that's the issue that right now has been raised. But we did show you those buildings as well, where those markings were made, the big buildings. Again in the visual that you can see the half structure, the half construction of the building that has come up with. So there again there is a marking by the BBMP officials that structure needs to be brought down. Let me also request my VJ Riaz to zoom in and show you that particular mark of that half constructed building, where it is written SWD 19. So almost 19 meters as what is marked by the BBMP officials needs to be brought down. That has to be demolished. But again, you see the bulldozers from here, this particular locations have all left. The BBMP officials have also left. But meanwhile, the police is here at the spot, ensuring that no untoward incident takes place. But it's all incomplete work that one really can see from the BBMP officials. And the important point over here is another, that in a few weeks from now, that the Bengaluru, the IT city, will be witnessing rains. And again, if the same situation comes up, then who should people really approach? On the other hand, the Deputy CM, DK Shivakumar, who also holds the Bengaluru development portfolio, went on to give that strict direction to these BBMP officials, saying that he will not spare even single official if the flood situation arises this time. All necessary action needs to be taken, and all those illegal structures needs to be demolished. So these were the exact words of the Deputy CM, DK Shivakumar, to the BBMP officials. But you see, today was the first day of this anti-encroachment drive, but what exactly is panning out here on the ground?
Absolutely. And Ritu, about that stay order from the court, till when did they have the respite? And like you've been mentioning, despite the stay order, the bulldozers kept rolling. Right now, they are not going ahead and touching the establishments who do have a stay order. But as far as the others are concerned, is that their only sort of reasoning that they are giving for not touching the big buildings?
There are 2 points over here. One, the BBMP officials come out to say that the Tehsildar did not update them about the stay orders. And the other point is also that one really have to try and understand is that since 2017, almost 2,000 and odd illegal structures were only demolished. So what exactly was the BBMP official doing for this long time? Why did not they do their homework? Why did not they get in touch with these advocates? Why not come and speak to these building owners, try and get their views and what are their thoughts, and whom exactly that they took a permission with, how how did that structure come up as well? Because the BBMP is going by the revenue department's map, which dates back in the 1994 around. And what the building owners over here are saying is that they took this land, the property based on the BBMP map, which again the survey that happened in 1998 is what we are given to understand from the localites over here. So they are saying that they went by this map, but today BBMP officials come out to show us that the revenue department's map saying that this is completely illegal structure and that needs to be brought down is what they are saying. But on the other hand, they say that the stay order is very clear, so they had brought it back then in the September last year to show that they have a stay order and it is yet to be dated. Most of these owners are also saying that the case is yet to be dated as well, so needs to be seen what will be the upcoming date. So they are waiting for it, so they are at no fault at all. Why is BBMP officials carrying out such kind of a work is that now the question that has been raised by these most of the owners of the buildings over here.
All right. Ritu, thank you so much for those updates there. Let's also bring in a reaction from the Chief Engineer of BBMP, Mr. M. Lokesh. Let's listen into what he has to say about this demolition drive.
What is the plan that the BBMP actually has?
No, BBMP is in the process of remodeling the entire stormwater drain network in the whole city, and we have out of 750 kilometers, we have done almost 500 kilometers of remodeling. This year we have taken up around 175 kilometers of remodeling in order to ensure the smooth flow of water. In this regard, in order to ensure the smooth flow of water, we have identified certain constructions have come up in the stormwater drain area, obstructing the free flow of water. So we are in the process of getting the obstructions, in the sense the encroachment of Raj Kalaways removed. We have been waiting for completing the due process. Accordingly only, they had approached the court and we submitted our para-wise remarks to the court. Then they passed an order asking the revenue officials to give an opportunity and hear them and then pass appropriate order. Accordingly, the Tahsildar has heard them and passed the order. We will not stop. We will not stop removing the encroachment, and we will ensure that there won't be any flooding in near future, and for which, if encroachment has to be removed, we will get it removed.
Didn't know that this is gonna happen over here. Even I just saw the sound and I just came. I'm walking over there. It's true. That's of course true. This is a kind of shocking situation for even for the building owners as well as for the students or the working employees who are working in MNCs and all. So I don't know what the building owners gonna do regarding this for the safety of the like PG staying person.
Anyway, if it is illegal, it has to be brought down. Because suppose encroachment is there, every time there is flooding. So even if you come when it rains, you'll find that water level up to here is there.